What in the world is this? Hey guys, today we're going to do a review of a custom automatic top-off, the ATO Plus from Wally B. What in the world is this thing? Okay, so let me tell you a quick story. 3 years ago, I just started my first saltwater tank, and I had a big green hair algae problem, and I was at my local fish store looking for help. And of course, like the guys at the local fish stores are not typically very helpful or knowledgeable, but I met this gentleman who taught me a few things, and he gave me some advice about how to control my green hair algae problem. That person was Wally B. I'm going to give you a link to his YouTube channel and a link to his Reef2Reef. He's working on a fabulous 120-gallon build. So Wally's an engineer, and being so close to me, we live 5 minutes away, we kind of developed this friendship over the past 6 or 7 months. And when I wanted to buy an automatic top-off for my Evo13.5, Wally volunteered to build me something using he's an engineer, using this Arduino board. It's like a Raspberry Pi, and he's got some relays, he's got some sensors, and you know, I didn't expect much. I thought it was just going to be a very, very simple system, but Wally is an over engineer. So he built me this awesome optical sensor, float switches. It comes with its own dosing pump that is going to be responsible for the automatic top off. And it's just like, check out all of this stuff. There's sensors, optical sensors, float sensors. Anyway, so I'm gonna hook this, and it's got this cool display at the beginning. So I'm gonna hook up this puppy up, plug it to my system. This is like, he built this for me. So this I'm gonna beta test this unit, and we'll hook it up, and we'll get it running, and we'll see we'll see what it does. I'm not skeptical because I've seen it running before, but you know, it's pretty neat. So let's hook it up and see what it does, right? Okay. Okay guys, so here's the ATO all installed. Let's boot it up. So it's got these crazy LED lights in the back and this awesome screen. There's the crazy tank. Watch it, watch it. And ATO Plus by Wally B. So this, you know, I set it up already. I'm just going to quickly show you some of the cool features of this ATO, custom ATO. So it actually has a temperature probe. So it's giving me the date, time, and the temperature. You could actually adjust it. I'll show you in a little bit. And so, you know, I don't wanna mess around with the back right now. But essentially, this automatic top off has options for two sensors: an optical sensor or a float sensor. So I have a water level sensor. I have my optical sensor right here, and so let's see. I'll show you how to test this in a sec. Maybe I could just raise it up a little bit. There you go. So it's pretty sensitive, and the ATO is connected to this dosing pump right here, and so it's got this bucket is going to be my ATO reservoir, and so I drilled a hole in there. The tubing goes into the water, and the other end goes into the tank. And when it senses that the water level is low, it pumps water into here. The good thing about dosing pumps is you don't have to worry too much about back siphoning, because the motor, the dosing motor, is pinching these tubes right at the point here. But I mounted my ATO line above the water, so there's kind of no issues of back siphoning because this tube is not in the water. So one thing that you should know about these Evo tanks is they have this hole that essentially allows water to go straight from the tank into these chambers here without having to go through the overflow. So that means that when evaporation is occurring, it's actually reducing the water level in all three tanks. This is a bit of an illusion. You see that the overflow here is lower, but it's because the return pump is sucking in water, pumping out water faster than it's actually overflowing back in the compartment. So if I turn my return pump off here, you'll see what I mean. So the water level is going to be the same in all three chambers. So because of this weird feature of the tank, I've opted for the optical sensor because the optical sensor is going to allow me to detect subtle changes in water level here in the return chamber and immediately compensate by pumping water. There we go. All right, so another cool feature of this, sorry if you guys hear a lot of background noise, it's I think I think somebody's vacuuming upstairs. Okay, another cool thing that comes with this ATO is that I have a float valve in the container, so if the water goes below a certain level, then it will alert me that the ATO will alert me that there is no water in my storage. So what I'm going to do here is pull it's actually just floating on the surface, the float level here, but if I pull it out of the water, you get this alert, water reservoir empty, and I'm gonna lower it down, so it's gonna make contact with the water, and this goes back to normal. So if I pull it up, alert, and see it flashes red, and then if I put it back down in the water, then it's all good. Then I get the green indicator light. So there's lots of really cool features that have been built into here. One of these buttons allows you to suspend the ATO. So if you were doing a water change, you could press the middle button and it will pause the automatic top off. So you could do the water change without having the system notice that there's low water in the tank and pump some fresh water in. Or a couple of cool features in this that I'm actually not using right now is I could use the same box to drive an additional two dosing pumps. So I could possibly do two-part dosing from this. If I want to have a dedicated kalkwasser reactor, I could use this to dose the calc into the tank. I could maybe set up an automatic water change system. So I haven't explored this option yet, but in the future I'm going to think hard about what I want to do with these two additional outlets that allow me to control two dosing pumps. So thank you so much, Wally. This is an amazing little machine. Definitely way more interesting than anything that I could have bought or built. All right, so I'm going to give you a quick update of the tank right now. Here are the frags that I added in, and you know, they're not looking too great. They haven't died outright yet, but you know, the colors are just it's not what they used to be. So the Christmas Montipora is looking really pale. Actually, you could kind of maybe see one area where it's starting to die. The Miyagi Tort is also looking pretty pale. Hasn't died yet, but it's not living either. It's not as colorful as it used to be. The Pink Mystics, surprisingly, are still kind of keeping their own for a little bit. But the end of the story here is that obviously these lights are, if I want to have an SPS tank, these lights are not going to cut it. So to this end, I've decided to switch my lights, and I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to go with now, but I'll just say that it's going to be quite an upgrade. So if you care to guess, I'm curious. Write in the comment section about what you think I'm going to replace the stock lights with. But it's going to be a major upgrade, and let's just say that from after I switch the lights, there's going to be no more excuses if the SPS don't do well, then it's on me. Okay, guys. Well, that's it. I'll do another video once I have the new lights on, and we'll see where we go from there. But thanks so much for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe.